Wool is a natural highly crimped protein hair fiber derived from sheep. All protein fibers contain the elements of hydrogen, oxygen and nitrogen. Wool was one of the earliest fibers to be spun into yarns and woven into fabric. Wool has been used in clothing for millennia. Primitive man used the woolly skins of wild sheep as his first clothing. Later Babylonia, where people first distinguished sheep meant for wool and for food. During the Roman times, to obtain superior fleece, they followed selective breeding. Wool found its dominance during the Middle Ages in Europe. The 11th and 12th centuries saw a boom in wool trade. By the late 18th century, the Industrial Revolution began a movement which took the textile industry from the home into the workshop and factory. Today wool is a global industry, Australia being the leading supplier. Australia's wool production accounts for 1/4 of total wool production. Among the top 10 wool-producing countries, China, Australia, and New Zealand rank top 3, while India ranks 10th place in the list. Nearly 230 pounds of wool is produced from a sheep annually. Wool from one sheep is called as fleece, while from many it is a clip. The amount of wool that a sheep would produce depends on its breed, genetics and nutrition. Types of wool. Classification of wool. The quality of wool fibers produced is based on the breeding or genetic conditions, the weather, food, general care, etc. Wool can be classified in two different ways. 1. Classification by sheep. 2. Classification by fleece. Classification by sheep. A. Merino wool. This wool is taken from merino sheep originated from Spain that yields the best quality wool. It has exceptional properties of softness, fineness, shine and breathability. These fibers are strong and elastic fiber which is relatively short, ranging from 1 to 5 inches, 25 to 125 millimeters. Due to its greater crimp and number of scales, it contributes to superior warmth and good spinning quality. It is priced higher and is used in best types of wool clothing. B. Class 2 wool. This fiber is obtained from England, Scotland, Ireland and Wales. They are stronger comparatively and have large number of scales per inch and also have good crimp. C. Class 3 wool. These fibers are obtained from sheep. Originating from UK, fibers are coarser with few scales, less crimp and less elasticity. They are smoother, more lustrous, making them useful in clothing. D. Class 4 wool. The wool obtained from a group of sheep called mongrel. They are also called as half-breeds. The wool obtained from this group is coarser and similar to Class 3 in having less crimp and few scales. Fibers have least elasticity and strength and hence mainly finds its use mainly for carpets and rugs and some inexpensive low-grade clothing. Classification by fleece. Wool fleece is obtained from shearing of animals. Based on the fleece, they are classified as A. Lamb's wool. It refers to the first fleece sheared from a lamb of 6 to 8 months old. It is also called as fleece wool or first clip. This fiber is fine and soft due to the age of the lamb. One end of the fiber is tapered as it was not shown earlier. Lamb's wool is generally used in children's clothing. B. Hogate wool refers to the fleece obtained from sheep of 12 to 14 months old that have not been shorn previously. The fiber is fine, soft, resilient, mature due to age, and has tapered ends as that of lamb's wool. These are primarily used for warp yarns. C. Wether wool refers to any fleece clipped after the first shearing from matured animal of nearly 14 months old. It lacks the softness and contains dirt and soil. D. Pulled wool refers to the hair pulled from the sheep after slaughtering the animal for meat. This wool is pulled from the pelt using chemicals. It is considered as inferior wool as the animal raised for slaughtering will not have good quality wool and also the use of chemicals for pulling damages the roots of the fiber. E. Dead wool. This wool obtained or recovered from sheep that have died on the range or killed accidentally. This grade is considered inferior. Wool is used to prepare low-grade fabric. F. Copy wool. It is obtained from the sheep that are exposed to severe weather conditions or malnourished, which hampers the quality of wool. The fiber is hard and brittle and resembles cotton, hence the name. G. Taglocks. This refers to an inferior grade of wool fleece that has been torn, ragged or discolored. Taglocks are marketed separately. Wool is found to grow longer, finer, softer and superior on the sides and shoulder of the animal irrespective of the breed. Wool obtained from the head, chest, belly and shanks is considered slightly inferior and treated as a second fleece. Processing of wool shearing. This is the first step in processing of wool. Sheep are usually sheared once per year, usually in the spring before the onset of warm weather. Most sheep are sheared with electric shears or shearing machines manually and the fleece is removed in one piece. The shorn wool coat is called as fleece and it is also called greased wool because of the oil and content in it. Since it is a laborious process, advancements have been made where a chemical method called bioclip is followed. The sheep are injected with a natural protein that causes the wool follicle to break and the fleece drops off on its own. An average about 3 to 8 kilograms of fleece is made from one sheep. Sorting and grading. Sorting is done by skilled workers based on the type, length, fineness, elasticity, and strength. Two main types of woven cloth are made, called as woolen, made of short fibers, and worsted, made of long fibers. So raw wool is sorted accordingly. Fine and medium wool fibers with long staple length of more than 3 inches are used for making lightweight worsted suits and dress fabrics. Short and coarse varieties are used for bulky sweaters and as carpet yarns. Then the fibers are packed in bags or bales. Garnetting. It is common to use recycled wool obtained from used and unused wool materials. Garnetting is a picking and shredding process, thereby reducing these materials into a fibrous mass. The fibers are put through a carbonizing bath, diluted solution of HCl/H2SO4, in order to burn any vegetable matter present. The quality of the extracted fiber depends on the quality of its original stock. Sometimes it may be 4 to 5 times costlier than new, virgin wool. Scouring. Raw wool or greased wool contains sand, dirt, grease and dried sweat, which accounts to nearly 37% of the weight. Wool must be cleaned of these impurities. The process of washing of raw wool in an alkaline solution is known as scouring. Scouring process involves treating it with warm water, soap, and a mild solution of soda ash or other alkali in a series of baths to remove the dirt in the fibers. The scouring machines consists of automatic rakes and roller which stir the wool during the operation and squeeze out the water with the help of rollers. The grease of wool called lanolin is removed as byproduct, which after purification can be used in cosmetics, soaps and other household products. If the raw wool is not sufficiently clear of vegetable matter after scouring, it is put through another process called carbonization. The fibers are then padded with a dilute solution of sulfuric or hydrochloric acid of 5 to 7% by weight, at approximately 65% wet pickup. Padded material is dried at 65-900 C to concentrate the acid. Later dried material is baked at 125 OC for 1 minute, which chars any vegetable or cellulosic matter present. The charred material is brittle enough that can be crushed on passing between rollers, and further mechanical process removes the crushed dust from the fiber. Neutralization. The treated fiber is necessary after carbonization, which if left to remain would damage the fiber on storage. The resultant wool fibers after this process are called extracts. Drying. Wool after scouring should not be allowed to become completely dry. About 12 to 16% of the moisture should be left in the wool, which would help in handling of the fibers in further processing. Oiling. Wool is unmanageable after scouring, and hence the fiber requires to be treated with various oils including animal, vegetable, and mineral, or a blend of these to keep it from becoming brittle. Oiling of the fibers also helps to lubricate it for the spinning operation. Dyeing. It is uncommon to find wool dyed in stock or dyed in fiber stage. This is the stage at which dyeing takes place if the dyed fiber is required. Dyeing fiber in stock makes them absorb maximum color and gives superior color fastness properties. Blending. Different grades of wool will be blended at this point of manufacture, depending upon the quality of the final product required. Sometimes fine and superior wool may also be blended with coarser and inferior wool to make it inexpensive. To produce blended fabrics, wool is blended with other fibers also. It is regulatory to label such contents on the label of the products.